Hello, Sadakas. Welcome back to our class number 6. Can you believe it? Hopefully you have been watching the recordings since day 1. Again, we're going to have a little bit of an exercise, breathing exercise while we are on the floor. How you sit, totally up to you. But if you like the seated position on your heels and on the cushion, make it your own. You can sit however you like. And come maybe with your hands to your thighs, close your eyes, and just breathe in and breathe out. Nothing more than that. We learned the Ujjayi breath yesterday. If you want to kickstart it here, seated position, go for it. All in through the nose and out through the nose. If for any reason that is not accessible to you today, open up your mouth. We are mostly mouth breathers during the day without thinking about it anyway. So it doesn't matter where you're at. The most important part is notice the breath, how you're taking it into your body, and then how you're pushing it out of the body out. And some of it stays circulating within the body. Keep your eyes soft gaze or eyes shut, because this breath is really important for the chakras. I keep mentioning the chakras, the energy centers in our body. And the first block of movement that we do in all these videos are the Tibetan rites. I hope some of you have already Googled the Tibetan rites. It has its history with the Tibetan monks that they have been doing this for 2,500 years or longer to really stay fluid with the body and open up the chakras, the energy centers in the body. Why is it so important to open your chakra? Because these wheels or disc of spinning energy each correspond to a certain nerve bundle and a major organ. To function at their best, your chakras need to stay open or balanced. If they get blocked, you may experience physical or emotional symptoms related to a particular chakra. Hence, the Tibetan rites. Even if you just do 3 of them every day, that's perfect too. Couple more breaths here. One more. And then start moving out of your seat out. If you were on your heels, you're probably already on your tabletop moving. If you were seated like so, maybe you start moving the torso. Yeah, that's another way of bringing some movement into your body. That's it. Make it your own, either in tabletop or you're seated any way you like. Move the torso one way and then the other way. Today, our flow will be the Tibetan rites. Yes, we are at 11 today. So 11, 10 fingers plus 1. And then tomorrow we're staying at 11, and then we will move on to 13. But if for any reason the 11 is too much today, you only do as many as your body will allow you to do. And I'm going to show you another modification. Actually, my husband reminded me this morning of, because he has a lot of shoulder issues. And so when we get to the reverse tabletop, that's a hard one for all of us. I'm going to show you a modification. So come up from your seat. How? You decide. My most favorite one is making your fist and putting some weight onto your fist as you're coming off, maybe with the knees on the cushion, and then push yourself up. But if that's not doable today, you come up any way you like, and then just walk your hands up your legs and move into your medical qigong. Okay, so first part of our class today are the Tibetan rites. The second part, I didn't want to stay too long seated and talk about it. I want to introduce you to the series of Dr. Lauren Fishman. He is this phenomenal doctor / yogi I think he's already in his 80s. He has the medical center in New York. He still runs it. And he started a study about yoga and osteoporosis and osteopenia, how yoga can help you halt or reverse osteoporosis. So just Google him, look up Dr. Lauren Fishman and see what you think. I'm going to show you the movements, these 12 movements today, and some modification with it. So that's our plan for today. So remember the Tibetan rights. If you have a hurdle in the middle of your mat, maybe you want to push it aside. That's the only thing that we have today, really. It's the cushion. And we are doing 11 repetitions of each of the 5 rights. The first one is the spinning. Spinning can be here, the arms here, here, or maybe one arm down, one arm up. Try it. Why not? But look at your feet. Spread your toes, widen your stance, maybe hip distance or wider. Remember, we talked about the bandhas. I want you to pull the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor. Now start spinning clockwise. How many? Your body will tell you how many you need to do. Very slowly, and keep the bandhas engaged, the corset. You are really all squeezing from the inside while you're spinning. It helps. Don't hold the breath here. If you get dizzy or nauseated, you need to stop right away. That's your body telling you it's enough. And just recover. Stay standing, wide-legged. I'm into my 8. I'm doing it super slow. You shouldn't be watching me. Just hone in on your own body. I have 1 more to go. Breathe and stop whenever you're ready, because I need to recover first. So widen your stand, parallel your feet, feel your toes, feel the sole of your feet pressing down onto the floor, and breathe. Nice. Couple more. Do Ujjayi breath if you can. There's a sound to it, remember? We were fogging up the mirror. Okay, all right, ready? The second movement is the camel, but standing, or the willow tree. So my stance is as wide as my mat. I want a really good wide stand, or a little bit. It depends on your body structure, really. Whatever feels comfortable, but a strong stance. Engage your feet, press them down. Engage your legs. Really have your quads work for you here. Now the bandhas. Remember the pelvic floor. Squeeze and up. That includes the transverse abdominal muscles here, the lower ones below the navel. Now pull the navel in and up. Yes? Okay. Now the hands to your lower back, fingertips down. You can do the hamstrings. Fingers down, your palms are like your hamstrings, or some of you may enjoy fingertips up. Either way, wherever you are, squeeze the shoulder blades. Look what it does to my chest when I squeeze my shoulder blades. Here are my hands. Let's say my hands are at my hamstring. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Chest is up. That's where the back bending is going to happen, right? We know that the lower back can do the back bending. So wherever you are, and then check out. The chin can stay to your chest if the neck doesn't like you to do nose up. And then this would be exhale, you coming back. So let's give it a try. Put your hands wherever feels right for you. Squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the corset, and then push your hips forward as the chest is up. Look up or keep the chin to your chest. Exhale back. Inhale 2. Squeeze the bandhas. Exhale back. Keep the chest up. Inhale 3. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Chest is up. Exhale back. Inhale 4. Exhale back. Inhale 5. Push your hands into your lower back and squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale back. Inhale 6. Exhale back. Inhale 7. Exhale back. Inhale 8. Exhale back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale 9, pull the belly in. Exhale back. Inhale 10. Exhale back. Last time, make it a good one. Squeeze the corset, chest up. Inhale 11. Exhale back. And of course, you step in right away into your medical Qigong, moving from the ankles, moving the knees, moving the hips, moving the arms as much as you like or as little as you want. Or you can do this big or very small. And then we're coming down to what? To the capital letter J. You're going to trace the capital letter J. So bring your knees down, maybe onto the cushion. Oh, I forgot. Remember the fist to do the bone trampling as many times as we can, and then come down to your mat. I'm going to use actually the cushion for my head. So I'm going to push the cushion forward and flip the camera so you can have a different view for the capital letter J, because we are on our back. So come down. So I think this is a good view. So first of all, the legs can be really tricky to lift up. For some of us, especially if you're starting new, maybe you want the knees bent. My hands stay down. And you want the knees bent, you lift the feet first off the ground and then straighten your legs up towards the sky as you're flexing your ankles here. So your quads are totally engaged. And then you can bring them down all straight, or you can bend the knees again and then come slowly down and then straighten the legs down. So that's one option. The second option is maybe hands underneath your hips, push them underneath your hips. Now I'll give it a try. Can you lift your legs straight up? No, it's not happening. Then again, bend and then straighten. That is perfect too. So you decide how you want to lift your legs. Now the other portion of the J is chin to chest. So let's give it a try. If the chin to chest doesn't work for you this morning, leave the head down. All right, here we go. Pull the belly in. That's a big one here. Pull the belly in. Inhale, legs up, chin to chest. Exhale, legs down. Inhale, 2. Exhale, back. Inhale, 3. Exhale, back. Inhale, 4. Exhale, back. Are you still keeping the belly in? Inhale, 5. Exhale, back. Squeeze. Inhale, 6. Exhale, back. Flex your ankles. Inhale, 7. Exhale, back. Inhale, 8. Exhale, back. For those of you who are doing the bandhas, full bandhas, squeeze them all. 10. Exhale, back, meaning pelvic floor and belly in. Last time, inhale, 11. Chin to chest. Exhale down and then relax. Relax into Shavasana. That's our mini resting pose. Let the feet fall to the side and breathe. Good job. All right. And then maybe bend your knees. Continue breathing nicely here. Do not hold your breath. Remember, the idea is to open up the chakras. We need the breath to open up the chakras, not just the movement. The breath is as important as the movement. Okay, we're coming up to a seated position, meaning we need to come off of our back. So how? You can rock forwards and backwards, or you can roll to your side and come up. So I'll let you decide how you want to come up. And I like to roll a little bit longer. It feels good on my back, and come to seated. Okay. I promised you to show you a modification of this reverse tabletop and L-sit, because these are two poses squished into one. First, let's do the regular pose that we have been doing for the last 5 times. So legs are engaged. How? Flex your ankles. Flex your ankles so the quads are super engaged. Hands by your side. If you can, straighten the elbows. So the elbows are straight. Yes, You're not pushing your shoulders up. You're pushing into your hands and standing up. So it's an L shape. You're not leaning back. Come to an L. You're not leaning back. Yes. So let me flip the camera so you can see a different portion of my body here too. All right. Chest up. How? By pulling the belly in. Squeeze the pelvic floor. This is your L shape. Now nose back and make a double chin. Feet are engaged. Legs are engaged. Your torso is engaged. This is your exhale. This is a pose in itself. Now come with me by bending your knees, separating your feet as wide as your mat into your reverse tabletop. Now, sometimes this is all we can lift, and that's okay. If you have more room, of course you're gonna lift more. If your chin to chest works this morning or this afternoon, keep it there. Or maybe look back. And then with an exhale, bring your hips between your hands, come into your other pose, your L shape, push the nose back, double chin. So this is one way. If you notice you have shoulder issues, and that's what was going on with my husband this morning, this is what he did. He came down and did bridges. How? This is a part of Vini yoga, actually. And I'm going to flip you the camera if you come across that. All right. So here is the bridge. Press into your heels. Separate your feet to a comfortable distance. Now you lift your hips up, 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 up. How much? Your body will tell you. At the same time, you're lifting your arms, maybe here, or maybe you go all the way above your head. And then exhale, you bring it down. This would be a modification for you. Inhale up, exhale down. So now you have your marching orders, and then I'm going back to the L shape with the reverse tabletop. Here we go. All right, hands by your side. We're starting in L shape. Exhale here. Bend your knees. Push yourself up to your reverse tabletop. Maybe the neck, let go. Look all the way back if that's doable. Exhale, hips between your hands. Activate the legs, chin to chest, belly in. Inhale 2. Exhale back. Inhale 3. Squeeze the belly in. Exhale back. L shape. Nose back, double chin. Inhale 4. Exhale back. Inhale 5. Look, I can keep the neck, the chin to the chest in this reverse tabletop. This is great too. Exhale back, L shape, legs engaged. Press your hands into the mat. Chin to chest. More double chin. Inhale 6. Exhale back. Inhale 7. Exhale back. Inhale 8. Keep the belly in the whole time. Exhale, hips between your hands, legs engaged, double chin. Inhale 9. Exhale back. Inhale 10. Exhale back. Inhale 11, last time. Exhale back, beautiful. And then shake it out, shake it out. You can slump here, you can round your shoulders, anything that your body wants you to do anyway, right? All right. Okay, let's come to hands and knees. Pull the cushion. So we have a little cushion for our knees. All right, this is the last right. This is the double dog. First, we're going to do it on the knees, and then we're going to do it off the knees, and you decide which one you like the best. So I'm pulling up my sleeves here so you can see the eyes of my elbows. So you're on your knees, spread your fingers, walk your hands forward. How much? You'll notice. So sometimes you have to listen to your shoulder girdle. Maybe you need to turn your fingers out, or maybe your index finger looks to the short edge of your mat. Let me show you here, like this or like this. You need to make it work for your shoulders. There is not one pose that will fit us ever the same way. But two things will fit the same way. Your bandha work, pulling the belly in, and maybe the pelvic floor, and the breath. That is for everyone. All right, so spread your fingers, hands down, keep the fingers spread out, and then bring your shoulders over your wrist. Look at your shoulders. If they're over your wrist, now lower the hips down. If you need to push the knees back, push them back. Lower the hips down. Turn the eyes of the elbows. They were forward. Now I'm turning them in. And maybe the nose goes up. Exhale. Push into your hands to a half dog or child's pose. Again, come forward. Inhale. Turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other. Exhale back. Inhale forward, 3. Exhale back. Inhale 4. I'm going to show you with the knees off the mat. Turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other. Curl your toes under and lift the knees. This would be a different version of it. So it's your up dog with an exhale into downward dog. Inhale 5. Exhale back. Inhale 6. Exhale back. Inhale 7. Exhale back. You decide if you like the knees down or up. Inhale 8. Exhale back. Inhale 9. Keep your fingers down on the ground. Don't let them cup. Inhale 10. Inhale 11. We did it. Stay in your downward dog. Stay in your half dog. Push yourself into child's pose. You know the drill. So wherever it makes the most sense to you, or you're already seated on the cushion, you don't want to be anymore on your knees. That's totally doable. So, all right. That was it. And rest here. 3 more breaths. That was it for the Tibetan rites. I hope you start enjoying them more and more as you go along with them and notice the subtle signals in your body, meaning the chakras, how much more balanced you are throughout the day. It makes me happier when I have put an hour of exercise every day. That is just the well-being is overall. And then when you're ready, make a fist, come out of your child's pose, maybe slowly like we did at the beginning, and then hold on to a piece of furniture if you want to have a little bit of assistance, and then push your hips up and then walk your hands up, up, up. And of course we meet in the medical Qigong. Perfect. So I'm going to put the cushion away for right now, but we may need it, so don't push it too far away. And I'm going to change the camera actually to a different position here, so you can see me from the side. All right, here we go. So you're still hopefully in your medical Qigong as we are releasing the body. All right, here we go. So we are standing roughly in the middle of our mat. We're going to step, we're going into the Lauren Fishman series. So I think I need to move the camera a little bit more away so you can see my whole body, and not just the lower part of my body. So you don't need my head right now. So in the middle of your mat, sideways, turn sideways. So I have 2 mats here. It looks like, well, I could probably take that away. That way you're not getting confused. So I'm sideways on my mat, right? So let's focus on the right side. Step your right foot out. What am I doing? Feet underneath your hips, stepping the right foot out. Adjust the back foot. So it's 3 feet maybe. It's a short distance, not a long distance. Now, this is a triangle position, Trikonasana, if you were dying to know the meaning of this pose, the Sanskrit meaning. All right. The meaning is the triangle. 3, the back leg represents the past, the hip and the torso are the future, or something like that. There is a There is a whole saying to this. All right, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I will look it up and tell you next time. So engage your back leg. Feel it super strong. Engage the front leg. If you have a little micro bend, your body is telling you, keep that micro bend. That's important for the knee. For the others who can keep it straight, it's easier to pull the kneecap up and engage the quad. Now look at your right hand. My left hip is already towards the left side. This is the starting point. Travel down, stay above the knee, stay around the knee. You're not putting a lot of pressure on it, or you can even go a little below, but start a little bit above the knee first, because there's more to this pose. Now, you know the bandhas now. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in. Now focus on your top shoulder. This is your left shoulder. Turn it out. As you're turning the shoulder out, turn your nose up towards the sky. And maybe you can release your left arm up, fingers all together, straight up. Somebody's pulling you up. Now on the right side, maybe you have room to travel a little bit more. Don't lose the bandhas now. Focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale, big breath in, big breath out. Keep looking at your left thumb. That is straight up. One more breath. And then with an inhale, come out of it slowly, 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 slowly. Hands to your hips. Look at your right toes. Peel them off the mat. Put them now parallel to your left. And open up the left now. So right is perpendicular to the left. Left is 90. That's it. It's the other side. Push your right hip to the right side. Activate the legs. Maybe micro bend in the front knee. And then start with the hand on the above the knee. Feel your quad muscles if you can. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, and then open up the top shoulder towards the sky. Look up. Maybe you have room to extend your arm up. All fingers together. Somebody's pulling you up. Yes, like we are little puppets on a string. Somebody is pulling your right arm up. Now maybe you can glide down with your left hand to the knee area or below, but we're not putting a lot of pressure onto the knee. The knee is precious. So keep the bandhas engaged. Breathe here. You're not holding your breath. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. And then slowly come out of it. Very slowly, slowly, slowly. Turn both feet parallel, and let's do a little bit of a medical qigong before we continue, so we get any tension out of the body. All right, here we go, feet together. Now this will be a little wider stance. It's the warrior 2. So step out with your right foot to the right, bend into the right knee. Maybe you have room to push the back leg back. This is all about the hip flexors here. How far? That's totally up to the individual yogi. That's it. Some of us will be here, but this is not the triangle with the micro bend. This is quite a bit of a bend. If this doesn't feel right, come out of it. Come a little bit more out of it, and you're more maybe lower like that. That means your knee doesn't like this. Maybe repeat the triangle pose 1 more time. So you have your legs, ground them, press into the floor. Arms out wide. Can you think about your upper arms here, the triceps? Engage them. If you think about it, you can do it. Now turn your nose towards your right middle finger. Look, my hands are fingers are together again, like you're gonna chop, chop, chop something. This activates a lot of stuff in your hands too. That's it. If your body wants to go forward, pull the upper body back. Now, for all of us, this is non-negotiable. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in. You know the bandhas now. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay in this position. Just bring the arms down. Now your right arm, the forearm. Remember, chop, chop hands together, fingers together. Lightly, your forearm down to your thigh. Nice. Don't lose the bandha. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in. Now the same thing like with triangle. Open up the top shoulder towards the sky. Maybe your hand goes up to high five, like we did in triangle pose, and your nose follows your thumb, chop, chop hands, right? Or some of you may enjoy bringing the arm over your ear, look down, or maybe even look up underneath your arm. So you decide here, focus on your breath, don't lose the bandha, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor. We have one more breath left here. With an inhale, slowly come out of it. What I like the best here is I heel toe the straight leg back to a manageable distance, and then I step with the other one. And of course, we're going to do a little medical qigong before we go to the other side, because it's a challenging pose. It's balancing, it's focus, it's stretching at its best. So I can tell you a whole list of things why we're doing these poses. All right, feet underneath your hips, step out with the left, bend into the left knee. I'm going to come back to the picture here, and then push maybe the back leg away from you. Adjust just warrior two. You're in a strong, very strong warrior two. I want to show you something here. If you notice your knee is buckling in and your toes are going the other direction, maybe I should do it this way here. Knees buckling in, and if you can't straighten it, it comes back again to this. That means you're a little tight here. You're not ready, quite ready yet. There's a simple solution. Lift the toes off the mat, turn them like where the knee wants to go. And that's it. That's really all you need to do. Here, I can do this for you sideways. So you can see I'm lifting the toes, turning it where my knee wants to go. And voila, there is no issue with the knee anymore. So if you can hold it, of course, in the 90 position with the toes forward and the knee traces over your toes, great. All right, bring the arms back in. Think about your triceps. Yes, if you can do it, think about it. You can engage the triceps. Chop, chop hands. Turn your nose over your left middle finger and breathe. Torso is over your hips. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in. Think about it. Only when you think about it, you can do it. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Now, bring the arms down, the legs stay the same. The left forearm lightly to your thigh. Your thigh is engaged. Yes, nice. And then don't lose the bandhas here. The corset is engaged. That's really important. Turn the right shoulder open. Extend your chop, chop hand up. Somebody's pulling you up. Feel how your shoulder blades is going up, following your arm. Yes, really a big stretch, or bring the arm over your ear. Look down, or maybe look up. That changes the balance. Be careful here. Breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then slowly come out of it. Straighten, not straighten. I like to heel toe my back leg in first, and then straighten and come into your medical qigong. Nice. Very good. Now the next pose is a very challenging one. It's the revolve triangle. Why did he do these poses in this order? I don't know, because I would do normally the revolve triangle after the triangle. That was our first pose. So stay with me here. I'm going to give you a lot of modification. We won't do the full pose, but we will do a modified version. So here we go. Step out to the right. It's the triangle, right? It's a short distance. Adjust. Your back foot is perpendicular to your front. If you have the micro bend in the knee, you have it here again for the triangle. This is the reverse triangle. Now, what we're going to do is the hips look to the long edge of your mat. We're going to turn our torso as the hips stay put towards the front of our mat. Wow, that's already a good twist here. Now, for some reason, it doesn't work for you at all. Look at your back foot, turn it to 45 degrees. It's a bit easier to turn the torso forward. So either perpendicular, bring the left hips forward, or turn the back foot to 45 and then bring the left hips forward. So you give it a try. And once you decide which one works better for you, maybe with a micro bend here in the front knee, travel down your front leg. This is my right leg. Look down at your toes. Now, all of us, pull the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor, and just look down at your toes. If this is the first time doing this pose, this is enough here. This is enough of a twist for you. Your hips go one way, the torso goes the other way. Now, if you have a little bit more room, take your right hand, put it on your lower back and turn your nose towards the left side. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. And then slowly, 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 with an inhale, come out of it slowly, parallel your feet, and step into your medical qigong. Nice. Very good. Okay, let's do the other side. Step out with your left foot. Adjust the back foot. So 3 feet, maybe the distance. This is not a huge distance pose. Now, micro bend maybe in the front knee, or keep the legs super strong if you have the front knee not bent, meaning keep the kneecaps up on both sides. Remember what we did on the other side? It's not this here with necessarily the hips out, but bringing the right ribs forward now. Contrary to what our hips are doing, we're pulling the right ribs forward. Or maybe you adjust the back foot to 45 and then bring the right ribs forward. So you decide. Give it a try a couple times, which feels more natural to you. Once you have your position, push your hips back. You're hinging at the hips. Squeeze the pelvic floor and the belly like you mean it here. This is the most important pose that you can squeeze them. Travel down your front leg. Where to? Your body will tell you, but don't round the head down. Look at your toes straight. You have a long torso here. For some of you who are used to this pose, you can go to your deep level and leave the right hand on the shin bone or on the leg anywhere, and use the left hand to put it to your lower back and turn the nose towards the left. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, don't lose it. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And then with an inhale, slowly come out of it, very slowly, parallel your feet and step into your medical qigong. And enjoy this, because we're coming down. The standing poses, oh, you know what? I made a big mistake. You will all shoot me for that. Actually, the first pose is not the triangle, it's the tree. So we're gonna add the tree right here. Hopefully you can situate yourself towards a wall if your balance is off this morning, or maybe towards a piece of furniture. You can do it sideways with me, you can do front on. So make it your own we're starting with the right side. Your left foot stays on the ground, your right hip opens up. You can stay with the toe down, you can come a little higher, maybe to the knee area. Don't press into the knee area here, just slightly, yes? Or you're already up here. Now, doesn't matter where the foot is, how much you have pulled up. All of us, squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, super important. Hands heart center, hands at your hips, arms maybe overhead, you decide. We're gonna be here for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 1 more, and then slowly come out of it. And of course, we do the medical qigong. Perfect. All right, let's go to the other side. Shake it out. You were all ready to go down to the floor, and I'm keeping you up. 3 more breaths. It's the left side. So ground yourself with your right foot, spread your toes. Really, these are great instances or opportunities to focus on the toes, to spread the toes as much as you can. Open up the left hip any way you feel fit this morning, but the bandhas are non-negotiable. The corset, yes. So squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, decide on your hands wherever you like them the best, and then arms up. The best way for your gaze, something new that I'm bringing into this whole thing, the drishti is down over your nose to the floor. That's the easiest gaze in these poses. I shall focus more on the gaze tomorrow when we do our next recording. All right, this is enough, long enough, and then step down and move into your medical qigong. Perfect. Now we're coming seriously this time down, but we're coming down the yogi way, not the Lauren Fishman way. He just brings us down. What does that mean? Remember we did this at the beginning, the Tibetan rites. Put your hands to your lower back, widen your stance, maybe as wide as your hips, and then push your hips forward as the chest is up. The chest is up again, the chest is not down. We are starting the movement from the chest, Stay with me here. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And then as you come in, exhale, start folding over your knees. Really slowly come down, come down, come down, come down. And then pull your cushion because we don't need it right now, but it's in the vicinity. You will use it again. All right, here we go. This is probably the best way. Look at my legs. My legs are down. This locus doesn't have any leg involvement. This locus will be just the chest up. So first of all, put a cheek down, bend your knees, windshield wiper, arms by your side, palms up. This is beach whale if you haven't discovered it yet. Yes, we have done this in the previous recordings, in the previous classes. Yeah, this is a big crowd pleaser. All right, now legs down, feet together or feet apart. Your lower back will dictate that. So now, let's see, I'm gonna flip the camera again so you can see me. Here we go. Palms down, backs of your hands down, palms up. Everything will stay down. You have your feet adjusted together or apart. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in. Yes, ready? Lift just the chest as much as you can. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. If you can, do the nose breathing. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And then come down, bend your knees, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Awesome. Flip yourself around. We're gonna do a little bridge. Yes, we have done a lot in Lauren Fishman, but we're gonna do another bridge here to just reset the spine. And I'm moving my cushion just in case I need it, but you may not need it. You can always put it underneath your head. It feels awesome. So in bridge, a little bit of some stuff that I like personally for myself. If you can pull the heels in towards your gluteal muscles, do it. If that's not possible, push them away or have them at a distance that feels secure. Now, look at my toes. The knees usually flare out. So take your toes and turn them just slightly out. Here is parallel, here is slightly out on both sides. The hardest part in your body, you can damage a person in a fight, talking about martial arts, is your heel. So if you wanted to, you could peel your toes off the mat, press into your hands. Guess what? Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, lift, 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 lift. How high? You decide how high. Maybe you can even interlace your hands underneath your torso. The weight is in your heels. Focus on your breathing, nose up. There is a natural curve in your cervical spine here. Don't crush your cervical spine while we're doing the bridge here. Hold for 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then slowly undo your hands, come slowly down, pull your knees towards your chest, maybe row your knees here like you're rowing a boat, and then of course the other way too. Perfect, because we're coming up to a seated position. So when you're ready, rock if you like the rocking, or roll to your side and come off your mat. So rock or roll to the side, and we're right here in a seated position. We're going to do two twists back to back. Here's the first one. So we're starting with both legs straight in front of you, right? Take the right one, pull it in. Some of us can't pull it in that much. Some of us can pull it in all the way. Some of us need to leave it out here. So we are going to wrap the left arm around the right knee, take the right hand behind us, maybe on fingertips like a tripod or the palm down, open up the shoulder. That's it. Activate. Chop, chop hands. Remember? Yes. Turn your nose towards the right shoulder. Squeeze the belly in. Really easy here to squeeze the belly in. You find actually a little bit more twist when you squeeze the belly in, unless your belly is full with food. I hope not. Big breath in, big breath out. One more. And then slowly come out of it. Relax, relax your shoulders, relax your torso, relax your legs. And then the other side. Always have your legs totally engaged in all these poses. It's not like a, let's do this pose. All right, right leg is super engaged. Pull the left heel in as much as it's doable for you. And then wrap the right arm around it. Chop, chop hands, yes. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in. Use your right hand palm down or fingertips up to open up the left shoulder. Turn the nose towards the left. Inhale, exhale. Two more. One more. And then come slowly out of it, shake it out. And I think I need to lose this big sweater because I'm really getting warm here. All right. Shake it out, shake it out. Okay, second twist. Both legs are bent. Both legs are bent. That's how we start. Bend the left one right in front of you. Left one right in front of you. Then pull the right heel back as much as you can. Now, adjust so the left leg is right in front of you. If you can't have room to cross it over, cross it over. If that's not doable for you in this session, then keep it right here. Follow the same way like we did on the other side. Here we go. Chop, chop hands. And you are opening up to the right side. If you crossed it over, maybe you can bring the left tricep to the outside, like so. That's it. Use your fingertips again to open up your right shoulder. Chop, chop hands, right? And then nose towards the right shoulder. That's it. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the bandhas here. Belly in and the pelvic floor in and up. Two more. One more. And then slowly come out of it. Guess what you do? You shake it out. Shake it out. Nice. Okay, bend the knees again. Now the right knee bends right in front of you. This is the starting point. Pull the left heel back, back, back. Stay here if this sounds right, or cross it over. If you're here, maybe you wrap your right arm around it, start going to your left twist. If you're here, maybe you have the room to bring the right tricep to the outside. And then my left hand, I like it more in the tripod. I press into my thumb and my index finger. It helps me opening up the shoulder. Squeeze the bandhas, squeeze the belly in and the pelvic floor like you mean it. That's it. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. I know pulling the belly in and breathing is not easy. One more. And then come slowly out of it. Release yourself by doing whatever feels good. The legs, the torso. Guess what? We're coming down to the last pose. Basically down to the floor. And if you like me, support your head on the cushion or directly on the floor, because I'm going to flip the camera one more time. Now, you're watching, all of you are watching this from the recording. If you happen to have a strap, stop this recording and get the strap. The strap is right here. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt. If you don't have anything and you don't want to really get up and search for it, you don't need anything else. Just, I'm going to show you with the strap and without the strap too. So I'm going to have my head on the cushion for this next one and the last one, but it has a bit of a component, this pose. I'm going to actually do one more additional to what Lauren Fishman is doing. So stay with me here. All right, here we go. First of all, maybe windshield wiper your knees from side to side. That's it. And then maybe bring both knees up, and you can do the, the rowing if this feels good. And then the other way around too. And then bring the left heel down, or the left foot down. Put the strap around the ball of your right foot and release the leg up. Now, if you don't have the strap, you're just holding your leg anywhere where you can. That's it. And I'm going to flip now the camera so you see, now where I'm at. Okay. So with strap, without strap, you're here. With the strap, you're pulling now. And without the strap, you're pulling. That's it. Now check in with the left side. If you can, lower it down. If that's not doable for you today, keep the knee up. So this is the beginning, right? So now you want to bring this leg as close to you as possible with the strap or without the strap. Keep the belly in and squeeze the pelvic floor. That's your protection internally. Focus on the breath. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more. If you have the strap, combine the straps into your right hand or keep the hands as they are, because we're going to move the right leg towards the right side. But watch my hip. If my left hip comes up, I have gone too far. You need to keep the left hip down. If you have the straps in one hand, you can bring the left hand down to the hip and keep it there. Visualize it. And then move the leg to the side. How much your body will tell you. The left hip needs to stay down. All of us, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor. Focus on the breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. No, I'm sorry, two more. One more. Perfect. Now come back center. We're not quite done. This is my addition to it. We're going into a twist. Carry the leg towards the other side. How much? Oh, everybody will be different. Some of us will stay higher up. Some of us will go all the way down, maybe stack the hips. You can push the right shoulder down. Sometimes the right shoulder goes up and doesn't want to go down. So don't fight this pose. You're only doing it to the needs of your body. This is a bonus pose anyway. So two more breaths here. One more. And then come back center. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe roll your knees again to get anything out of it. And then let's do the other side. Okay, so here is my, whoops, I'm tangled up here with the strap. So put it around the ball of your left foot and then straight up. Without the strap, you're just pulling on the, and if the knee wants a little micro bend, I forgot on the right side, of course, you're going to keep in a micro bend. If you can, release the right side down. If that's not doable for you today, keep it up. So adjust and pull on the strap. This is quite a bit of a hamstring stretch here. And it's nice because the spine is completely supported by the earth. Focus on the breath here. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze the bandhas. Inhale. Exhale. One more. All right, combine the straps into your left hand if you like, because it's easy to visualize this and open up the hip. bringing it down. Now, I think I forgot to mention to you how to do it without the strap. You basically do a bicycle stand here. You hold the leg wherever it needs to. If you realize that your right hip is coming off the ground, you have gone too far with the left leg, and you adjust. And with the strap, it's of course a bit easier because you're pulling on the strap. Adjust. So focus on the breath and pull the bandhas, pull the pelvic floor, pull the belly in, focus on the breath. A lot of stuff. Inhale, exhale, one more, and then come back, center slowly, and carry the leg to the opposite side, to a twist. Well, if you don't have the strap, you just change hands now, and carry the leg. If you want to go all the way down, maybe your right elbow is a bicycle stand here. Maybe you push further down the left shoulder, then you can't go down that far. If you have the strap, is of course the same way. Wherever you are, turn maybe your nose towards your left thumb. Squeeze the bandhas. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in. One more breath. And then come back, center. If you have the strap, lose the strap. You don't need the strap. Thank you, strap. You did a good job. Of course, last time, round your tail as much as you like, because we are done with our practice. We're going to enjoy a 2-minute Shavasana here. If you have the time, humor me. Come with your legs and arms up. Shake them out. Shake them out. My favorite way of going into Shavasana is probably engage your arms, engage your legs, flex or point your toes. If you have been flexing this whole time, maybe point your toes, belly in, inhale here. And with a big exhale, bring everything down and let it fall to the side like a star shape. Turn your palms down so you can feel the energy of the earth. We opened our chakras first, and then we moved into the Lauren Fishman series. Close your eyes and hone in on the breath. I'm watching the time for you. If you want to do this mini Shavasana with me, just breathe. And my favorite mantra is so hum. So is the inhale. Hum is the exhale. So you breathe in. Hum, you breathe out. Why am I reciting this mantra internally? Because I want the mind to stay with my body. I don't want any clutter in my thoughts, that it takes me away from this very important part in yoga, the Shavasana, the resting part, where we just breathe. It doesn't matter how you breathe, just breathe. But stay with the breath. The body and mind connection is really important. 1 more minute. If the mind wanders off, bring it back. Focus back on the breath. When you're ready to bring some motion into your fingertips and your toes, start moving your toes and your fingertips, your wrists and your ankles. Maybe bring now your legs towards each other in a straight line, and maybe your arms go overhead or above your chest. Big inhale from fingertips to toes, and then with an exhale, pull the knees into your chest. Rock a little bit again the last time, and roll towards your right side if that's doable, or you prefer your left side. Stay in this fatal position for 2 more breaths, Take it easy. You can make a fist to come up. You can put your palm down and press yourself up, but come with a soft gaze up, or close your eyes and come up, because we're going to do a seated position, however you like. Maybe for me, a half lotus, hands in heart center. And let's do a group breath, last final group breath before we say goodbye for today. That would be a 6 count inhale, if you can, 4 count pause, and a 7 count exhale. I increased a little bit today. So here we go. If you can, give it a try, give it a shot. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you for humoring me. As usual, if you like, keep your hands at heart center or bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. This is the kirtan style, the call and response style, if you like to join me. Loka, loka, samasta, samasta, sukhino, sukhino, bhavantu, bhavantu. May all living beings everywhere be happy and free. Ek Onkar, we're all one. Namaste. Thank you again for watching, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow for my next recording. Bye-bye.